An hour-and-a-half flight for memories that will last a lifetime. And for the very first time, dozens of Kentucky War veterans visit the memorials dedicated to their service.
It reminds me of the cost of freedom.
Snapshots of memorials some veterans have only seen in pictures.
Experience to see them in person is fascinating.
From the pillars surrounding a mighty fountain at the World War II Memorial to the names on the Vietnam Wall and the faces at the Korean War Memorial.
It's more impact when you see them.
67 Kentucky veterans experienced an honor flight to the nation's capital, allowing them to see the very memorials dedicated to the wars they served in.
Everything is so just more than what you ever figure it is.
As the day is memorable for all the men and women, the date June 6th holds a special meaning for Army veteran Morris Guthrie.
And I landed in Normandy 71 years ago.
As a 93-year-old D-Day survivor, forgotten memories come flowing back at the World War II Memorial. He remembers the debt so many of his friends can never be repaid for.
Kind of hard to go back and think about it, really, you know. But, lost a lot of good friends.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
I don't have to tell you what day it is. Do it.
71 years.
But he isn't the only one.
Who's your friend's name?
Corey.
Flipping through a book of nearly 60,000 servicemen and women who lost their lives in Vietnam, Frank Walker finds a fallen comrade.
I found the person I'm looking for, so that's where I'm going to go next, is go over and see him on the wall.
A sea of names etched into the black stone wall. Some take pictures, others recreate the name with paper and pencil. And sometimes the memory can be too hard to bear.
But I don't take any pictures of that. I'm going to go down to a certain panel, but as far as pictures, no pictures.
Respect shown through silence.
Nobody says a word. You know, it's just that way.
19 oversized patrolmen stand on guard at the Korean War Memorial, an image Robert Schwartz remembers from his time in Korea, paying his respects to the lives lost.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for somebody that's been in service.
Throughout the day, young servicemen and women and complete strangers thank these veterans for their service.
Thank you for everything you did. Thank you. It means a lot. We're here today because of you.
But I noticed today, everybody, we say, thank you for your service. Well, no one said that to us when we came home, but that was all right. I mean, we did our job, we went home, and that was fine.
I just can't get over how the people acted and welcomed you, you know.
But perhaps the most touching thank you wasn't even spoken. Smiles slowly appear after reading how much their service will never be forgotten. An everlasting thank you.
Nowadays, you don't get a thank you note from anybody. I never had something so touching as this.
Hold it! Oh!
Just as they were treated with the utmost respect, hands are raised to salute the tomb of the unknown soldier.
It was really something.
Surrounded by hundreds of thousands of white tombstones, it's a stark realization of the effects of war.
Only the dead see the end of war, and that's true.
The number of grave sites, almost incomprehensible, puts into perspective of how great the sacrifice of war can be.
It reminds me of the cost of freedom. Every tombstone, every one. I'm so grateful for all of them. I've had a great life, and a lot of it's thanks to them.
And it's that cost of freedom, he says, which allows us to raise up our flag every day in profound gratitude for a freedom that shouldn't be taken for granted. And the trip is sponsored by the Honor Flight Bluegrass organization.